You know what? I'm just gonna start the stream. I was trying to think of something that like I should do before I start the stream because it feels like there's something, but nothing's coming to mind. Um, to mute this tab and open it so I can copy the link. Okay. So, the only thing I've done since last stream is just now I paved this whole thing in like alternating hammered blocks. I could do it full hammered blocks, which I probably should have, but this is just to stop gravestones from landing on it. The problem with alternating blocks is that if you land with enough velocity, you can get stuck in it if you're holding down. But if I'm landing on the floor, I'm probably dead anyway, so no big deal. So, okay, I have the stream link, I believe. I'm going to paste that somewhere else to test the embed. Yeah, okay, perfect. No, stop, okay. Wow, thanks, Discord. I don't know why, but on Linux, I've been having a lot of cases of things like not letting go of my like click and drag. Um, and it's quite annoying. I'm trying to think if I have anything else to do. Um, hmm. I have my singular brain cell is not yet awake enough to know what to like say. Okay. Um, I found a more comfortable way to do this, which is to just have the bunny kite out and then just mash two hotkeys. It's very nice. One of them has to be an empty slot or anything that doesn't have a regular use animation. Otherwise you get stuck. Like if I put the if I put something else in there, it'll usually take priority. Anyway, buff, fly the kite up because it's about time. Turn off God mode replacement range. I'm probably just gonna die immediately on this attempt because I haven't done this fight in a minute. Oh. That is the best possible start. Just totally stupid and hilarious death. That's amazing. Okay. Well, wrong button. Not that one. This one. There we go. There we go. Okay, not gonna be hitting that. So we go to the right. Missed a grapple and die. Great. I'm really not off to a strong start today. But I'll get there. And I should get my music. Oh, Jesus. Alright, I've got my music going. I should tab back into OBS. Around here. There we go. So if I'm moving right here, does she... Yes. It doesn't matter where you are, it matters how you're moving. So I need to move right there, which means I need to line it up nicely, which means I need to do like 4 other things. I should be going left on Lance, is the big thing. I need to break that muscle memory, because it's really messing with me. If I go left on Lances, it's pretty much perfect, I think. Take like the 2 hits I get there. Miss that, but that's fine. Go left on Lances. Miss everything. Okay, that does work if I line it up better. Also, why am I taking 9,999 damage exactly? It's kind of hilarious. It's gonna take me a minute to work through the old, frankly, suboptimal muscle memory. Two hits. Okay, just miss that. I'm amazed I haven't been hit by the dash like that during the post-Sundance one. So what I need to do there is grapple left through the rainbows and then go up. Okay. Streaming this was actually really helpful because I get like an instant replay of all my deaths, so I can actually look at what happened. Okay, I did this wrong, so I'm just gonna have to miss on some damage. That's totally okay. Fall straight down. I went right on Lances again. Yep. Okay. I need to just go left. Go left. Because all I need to do is have rightward velocity when the Empress of Light is going to dash, so that I line up for all of her stuff properly. That was a very good start. more so because of the Sundance hit. Back. I can always tell just a split second before that happens that I've moved slightly too far to the right. But never on time. I never catch that. At least not early in the session like now. How much do you want to bet this thing hurts me? Oh, it doesn't. Oh, kite. Oh, fuck! Terraria moment. Left on lances. Something like that, but, you know, better. I hit the short grapple, so it's fine. Hit those. Beautiful. Two hits there is insane. I go right early. Those hits were so, like, not rhythmic. I did a stupid, but that feels like it's way better pace as long as I do the strat correctly. This feels way better. I just need to do it reliably. Unfortunately, this is a little bit of a sacrifice of flexibility, but I can still do the old strat, it's just suboptimal. I can't mentally do these hotkeys together. Do I just go for 2 hits every time there? It's very doable. I'm at the point where I'm so committed to just doing optimal cycles that if I fuck it up, I basically just die all the time. Because the only strat I have, like, loaded in my brain is, like, the kill strat. Four hits, excellent. Get at least one there. Oh, I can do that moving to the right very easily. Oops. I'm very good at getting clipped by that. That's one of the things that makes this strategy more damaging. It's the fact that I have to move slightly more. Though I don't know if that's really that significant. It's so funny to see my own gravestone bouncing at me instead of landing in the arena making graveyard. Dang it, I missed. Fall like crazy. This is Sundance. So do that. Dang it. I think the lance hitbox is a little bit funky, and I'm like constantly getting so close that the lance stops hitting. Which I guess is a good problem to have. It means I'm not having any trouble getting closing in on the boss. It just means I'm having trouble not getting annihilated. I can feel the warm-up like happening though. Good. That momentum was fucking insane. Two hits there. 7 hits there. This is Sundance, so I can... Beautiful. Two hits there is fine. Make up for that. I 100% thought I was dying to that. Three hits, pretty decent. Uh-oh. Ugh. But I mean, 138k at 6:40 a.m. feels good. I don't... I don't know if it objectively is good. Hold on, let me do a quick thing. I think it is good. Ballpark estimate of 240 DPS. Which is about as good as I can ask for in this fight. Whoops. I should have started moving left the moment the dash went off. Instead of pausing for a moment, that would have lined me up better for that. I also need to consider falling less during prismatic bolts in order to get more favorable lineups there. Because a huge part of the problem there okay, I just missed it. I just miss a grapple and then I just die immediately. Like, it feels like my old gameplay like that. But this is pretty much solely because I'm just completely maximizing my aggression. Okay, this is only really good for phase 2. Hold on. changing up my song. Oh, that's ugly. I missed a lot of damage there. Okay, right on Sundance here is fine. Four hits there is good. Five there is okay-ish. Three is decent. Oops. I should have gone to the right there so I'd slink out of that gap. So yeah, the whole, like, forcing the boss left constantly is taking some, or forcing the boss to do everlasting rainbows on the right side constantly. It's going to take some getting used to. I think the big thing I need to do is figure out how to line up Lance better so that I can slip out of the rainbows. Oops. Slip out of the rainbows early. Because if I can get out of the rainbows early, then I can line up for the series of like 7 or 8 hits on everlasting rainbows properly. Like, there I got 10. I did that wrong. I'm gonna do Sundance to the right here. I could probably get 3 hits there if I was super perfect. Glad I made that, but that was close. I was gonna be very happy if I lived that. I feel like I'm doing just a fuck ton of damage now. I just need to, like, actually survive the process. I feel like the thing is, I feel like I'm losing enough damage on every other cycle to the Lance lineup that it's a problem. Because you basically can't fuck around with Lances at all. If you diverge from the, like, perfectly good movement pattern, it quickly kills you. And try going way left. and then just completely messing it up. And then immediately dying to the dash. How do I even manage that? I just completely goofed that. I don't know if I whistled that right at all, or if it even got caught on my mic. Noise suppression loves to eat noises. I guess it does its job. Oh, go up. Okay, I guess I'm not getting that head start. I am kind of cooked here. Okay, well I guess... On the bright side, still got the lance damage sorted. Ah! So the reason left on lances, or the reason we want Empress of Light doing the rainbows on the right, is that their orientation is such that I can move to the left a lot and still be able to fall into one of the gaps. But if I move to the right, if I'm on the right side, then I'll get walled off by one of them. So the alternative would be coming up with an outside the rainbows strat, which I should definitely experiment with. Like, there's still a lot to be done in Phase 2, even though in Phase 1, even though I've made it to Phase 2. Like, just making it to Phase 2 doesn't mean I found the optimal strategy. It only means that I found one that's good enough. And I might as well keep optimizing while I'm having fun with it. Okay, I'm gonna try... Okay, I'm not gonna do that. That's obviously not right. Okay. It's just missed like 4 grapples, sure. I'm gonna try falling very minimally on the next lance attack, if I remember. I'm also gonna stop commentating during the fight if I can help it. Okay, I need to fall a little bit more than that so that the prismatic bolts don't swoop up on me like that. Or maybe I need to just barely scoot to the left. I've got kite buff. Okay. If I'm gonna barely scoot to the left, I need to not go for that grapple, or even grapple upwards. I think sacrificing the 1 dash hit is definitely worth it, though. Okay, well, I think if I wasn't badly positioned in the arena, that would work better. So I'm going to fall like absolutely crazy here. 10 hits is great there. I need to hold up if I'm doing that. I forgot to there, and it just got scooped. Prismatic bolts are so weird. They're one of the two things about this boss that I still don't have a full hold of. The other being the dash. Her dash attack is just still a little bit mystifying to me because she misses if you're standing still or falling. Which makes me scared that I don't actually know what she's using to position herself for the dash. Which makes it, like, so much scarier to me. Missing that grapple is not helpful. Wow, okay. That's the beginning of a new strat, though. I could also maybe see a world where I attack prismatic bolts when flying at that angle. But I don't know if that's a thing. And I'm not going to find out if I can help it because that seems way less reliable than other strats. I will got this eventually, but currently I'm still, like... I'm still trying to min-max Phase 1. Even though I haven't even figured out if Phase 2 is, like... if it's possible for me to do enough damage. Oops. I'm having a lot of deaths like that today where I just kind of, like, fly directly into the boss. Phase 2 seems possible, but, like, I might have to come up with some really wicked shit in order to be able to do it. So if I have a first phase like I did on my personal best that reached Phase 2, I need to deal at least 3,800 damage per cycle in order to complete the fight in time. And... it's, Ack. Okay. I think the idea's there, though. I need to fall a lot during prismatic bolts if I'm gonna do that. Where the strat is essentially stay more centered. Don't move to the side, and then... follow the, thing. And I think I'll also be doing something very similar in Phase 2. I did not mean to re-drink swiftness. Redeploying the kite like that makes it... okay, that didn't work. I made her dash to the right, though. That's good. Have I still been going to the left on Lances? Or, like, being on the left side and then also going to the left? That seems stupid. I don't think I've been doing that. But I'm also basically, like, at max mental capacity just doing this fight. Oops. Okay, today's the day of dying to stupid shit. It has been almost a week. And I've only been playing for 30 minutes. Usually I reach my maximum skill level at about an hour in. do have a mount for this character, so I can clean up easily. I obviously don't use it during the fight, though. My mount hotkey I have placed very far away from my other one, so it's really inconvenient to use. And the kite buff is solely here for movement speed. I just did not do that right at all. I am just... something's off today. I'm not on my game. It is... This fight is quite something, yes. I really want to just, like, lock in and do a good attempt. But I can't just, like, command my brain to do that. It has to just happen. Partially, it can be induced by music a little bit, so that's why I'm trying. Okay, so that's... I really wish I could go, like, left on lances there and not have the boss dash to the left. But I don't know if there's a way to do that. Maybe I should just not... I should probably just stop bashing my head against the wall for this and just get back to playing better. Like, do the more consistent strat that's slightly less damaging. I can just do that if I want. Right on lances. Okay, that's very suboptimal because I didn't hit anything. Maybe I should just figure out how to slip her to the right doing that. Maybe that'll be easier. I don't know. Eventually I'll hit my stride and I'll stop dying immediately. This is the kind of fight where, like, I'll either die, like, 14 seconds in or whatever, or last, like, 5 minutes. Like, I think I could get her to dash to the right on lances just fine. I did not. I barely survived that, but... that's how this fight is. I'm gonna go left here, whatever that ends up looking like. Just missing that. Like that. That's how it needs to be done. Perfect. force left on lances here. Which thankfully means she's going to the right. I just don't get much of the benefit of it. Why am I going left here? I'm going to go right here. And then just check arena position. So you cancel it early, so you can loop like that. Okay. That felt pretty good. So I just need to dip down right before the end of lances so that I have a good opportunity to turn around. Because if I'm going up really fast and then I go to the right, after having like leftward momentum, I'll get hit, but if I do a little like fancy loop, it doesn't hit me. Cancel a little early. Beautiful. That's what it's supposed to look like. I think what I need to do is fall left really hard here and then start going to the right again. Okay, and this is lances. Cancel it early so I can loop around like this. Okay. You know what? I'm just lucky I survived that. I'm gonna take a leftward dash here so I can get back to the center of the arena. I think I might be able to get a lot of hits there too. It just feels way easier to get them that way. Oh! I got clipped by the end of that. So the thing about this is that currently my PB got to second phase in 6 minutes. So on top of this being just absurdly difficult, it requires insane endurance. Because phase 2 is when the fight really begins. This is literally just a warm-up phase, in my opinion. Whoops. Five hits there is as good as I can ask for. I just didn't get moving in the right direction soon enough. Okay, I missed that, but that's okay. It's just one hit, usually. Did not push down soon enough. Push down, right. Not quite what I wanted, but it worked. Alright, take that. And I'm taking a left dash here so I can get back to the middle of the arena. Unless... Nope. Okay. Yeah, so that's the problem with going to the right normally, is if I go too late, or like, if I don't curve into it properly, I will just run into the stream of lances behind me. I love getting random hiccups. It's wonderful. It's quite annoying, actually. Ow. Oops. I need to not pay so much attention to the kite during prismatic bolts, because the prismatic bolts are the time I'm most likely to randomly get hit. I think it's time for a change of music. What do I think would be good? This song. I'd have my music on stream, but YouTube doesn't have the VOD track thing that Twitch does. Normally I'd stream on Twitch, but I'm trying YouTube for a change. Okay, 145k at under 2 minutes in. About a minute 30. Okay, that's pretty normal pace. Okay. Also, ideally I stack up the kite buff before the fight, because it gives more luck the more duration it has left. But right now I don't think it's worth the reset time. I don't think I need it. Go to the right. Did not get the correct momentum in time. I'll just miss that. That's okay. Fall. Good. Okay. I know what the timing I need is. Just the combination of things that were lined up there was pretty bad. I needed to fall more in order to survive that, I think. Stop not registering. I'm going left here, because this is Sundance. Dang it. I was hoping I'd make that without having to move, but... Actually, I couldn't have really moved much. No, I could have, looking at the replay. It's taking me a minute to really nail down this new strat. But I feel like it's worth it just because the sooner I get to phase 2, the more lenient it is, and the less endurance I need for the fight. Excellent. Missed that completely, but... So what if I just, like, barely go to the right here? Whatever I'm doing there is getting me more centered in the Everlasting Rainbows, which is working beautifully. So just go down, just like very slightly tap right. Okay. The thing about the Jousting Lance is that it's not just about how many hits you get. It also matters how fast you're moving when you got the hit. Okay, I can squeak out extra damage there. Okay. Good adaptation. Very nearly tasted that prismatic bolt. Dang it. I was holding away too, I just didn't get far enough. Okay, this song is a bit much. So the whole inspiration for this challenge is that now that 1.4.5 is out, I feel like I'm kind of like, this is going to be my like last run with Terraria stuff, challenge runs and whatnot, before I move on to other things like game development. So I might as well go out with a bang. Combine both of the... Ow, yep. Both of the Ul's Empress of Light challenge fights I've done. I've done no armor, no accessories, no mounts, and I've done true melee separately. Doing them both at once just kind of caps it all off, and I don't think you can come up with much of a harder vanilla Empress of Light fight to begin with that's still physically possible within a day. Like, you could do, like, you could remove the hook and do true melee but freeze time, but that's nowhere near as interesting in my opinion, because you could just, like, stall forever if you need to. Okay, I messed that up, so I'm just going to loop properly. Dang it. Loop properly and then immediately fly into a projectile. Classic me. Okay, I'm restarting my music because Go. I haven't really got to make a playlist for this fight. I'm lucky I survived that. Cool. Suboptimal. Made up for it a little bit with that. Okay. Arena position is excellent. Shoot, I missed the second grapple. I shouldn't have gone for it in the first place if I was going to miss it. The idea is there, though. Also, I have to say, the Empress of Light is a very well-designed boss for this to be interesting and fun. There are very few bosses in video games that I feel like you could do this type of challenge run to and have it be at all enjoyable. I missed it. That's okay. Make up for it. Some Sundance hits. I'm getting consistent double Sundance hits, which is just evil. I'm actually getting hit by that dash attack. That's whack. I'm having a hard time telling if I'm doing more damage doing this strat than the other one. The easiest way to tell would be to get to phase 2 with it in an attempt that feels reasonably clean. Because if I do that, then... Okay, 360 is fine. Straight down. Right. Left here. Take that. Straight down, right a little bit. I so thought I was dead. The moment I stopped hearing her getting hit, I thought I was already dead. Okay. I thought I was already dead. Just completely floats directly above a projectile that's moving up into me. Oh my goodness. That is such a stupid death. I'm just getting obliterated today. Goddamn. I do also want to try the old true melee strat of going outside of the rainbows. Or like just the regular true melee strat. Yeah, so going right on the lances, but then like looping around like that is pretty much perfect, because then I can shoot upward through that gap. I just need to not then immediately fly into the Empress of Light. So I believe this strategy will work. And I am like 80% sure it's an improvement. But it's the kind of thing I have to test out, like, empirically instead of being able to calculate it. Oh, well, I'm not getting those 4 hits. Fortunately, that's not that important. Fall down far. So we're not gonna get much damage there. Okay, I need to go soon enough, though. I need to go earlier. I just didn't trust the lineup. You know what? I'm gonna listen to a different song again. Okay, next time I play this, I'm making a playlist for it. So I don't have to shuffle my music around so much. Okay, I'm hitting consecutive grapples in this arena. In the past, I could literally never do that, so... Like, even at the beginning of doing this fight, I couldn't do consecutive grapples in this arena. Or I should specify consecutive horizontal grapples. Oh, too high. Goodness. Okay, this song, the problem is a lot of songs that exist don't fit this fight very well. Like, I feel like things that actually suit this fight are scarce. Uh-oh. And we're left on Lancers, that's weird. And we're missing that. Okay. Well, this attempt is off to a very rough start. Can make up for it, though. Yeah, I just need to trust the lineup. And or react. And not run into the fucking dash. I'm having a lot of trouble with her dash attack in this fight. Normally her dash attack is like basically free because she just like misses over your head if you're not moving up. But I am having a unique amount of trouble with it in this fight. It's kind of understandable because I want to squeak out the damage from it. Right, I'm gonna try doing an outside the rainbow strat again. Just going to involve a rightward dash. Yeah, so I want to follow her motion during prismatic bolts there. Oh, well. Ideal recovery. That was actually perfect, recovery-wise. If I was just a tiny bit more upward there, that's so possible. Oh my gosh. Today's the labbing strats a dying like crazy day. I'm really not getting any super good attempts. But I do feel like basically, so the thing I'm worried about is I'm like in like a local maximum where this is the best strat that's a an immediate permutation of what I normally do. But there are better strats that require me to do very different things. Oh, well, I'm not getting any damage there. Fall a little bit extra. What the f- Where the hell was she going? Oh. Okay. I should also consider doing left dash into straight up prismatic bolts like I used to in true melee. I'm gonna try it. So we get her to dash left. Because she likes to be on the left side of you during prismatic bolts. I think I just follow it though. I think following it from underneath looks the most viable. I think I can even do that with a rightward dash. Up. Oh yes. Oh yes. We maximizing DPS here. If I can hit that consistently, that would be fucking beautiful. So we go to the right. Okay, I need to mind the arena line up there because that's... Okay, this is right on lances, which is ugly, but... And... Don't do that! So that's one of the problems with that, is that because that's a horizontal gap, it's pretty much entirely filled by the dash attack. Which is why I want to be on the right side. I need to train my brain to do multiple hotkeying things at once, because I want to, like, cancel the kite repeatedly while going up into my arena, but I don't know if I can, like, pull that off. Okay, that was a very good grapple. I got my 300 damage hit. Okay, if I was just a little bit faster, I could definitely get an extra hit or two there. Dang it. If I didn't miss that grapple, I would have had it. Basically, I want to get more hits. I think if I get more upward momentum, I might also be able to do it. Or if I just line up properly with the arena. I need to be willing to do the grapple early or late. Dang it. So basically, I'm trying to measure the amount of damage I'm doing. The DPS meter shows me how much immediate DPS I'm doing, but this damage is measured more in damage per cycle than per second. Each cycle is about 24.5 seconds, and my DPS through that time varies very wildly. From 0 all the way to like a couple thousand, depending on exactly what's happening. Right a little bit. The thing is, I need to grapple after she does her movement. Otherwise, she will just follow me, and then I won't get the hit. Dang it. I shouldn't have gone for the second grapple there. I feel like the getting her to dash right there still has dubious value. Because I don't know how much it actually is mattering. I also have my viewer count off because it distracts me otherwise. Also, I'm changing songs again. Technically a slight waste of time here, so I'm just going to set the time to 4:30 again. Fall. Get rightward momentum. Oops. Okay, I keep dying to that over and over again. I feel like I'm just like repeating the same mistakes over and over again. When I need that upward grapple, and then I need to immediately hit another upward grapple before I even like get there. I'll take that. Fall a little bit. Okay. I'm really not confident in the whole, like, thing here. I think I just need to fall a little bit more. Like, just increase my vertical movement for the dash. You must go. Alright, see it. That was a fuck ton of damage, yes. I am just running into everything. I am so clumsy today. I'd be labbing strats instead of actually doing the fight. How's planning for phase 2? I haven't done that part yet today. I want to get one attempt that feels actually good with the different strats I've been trying today. But I don't know if that's going to be realistic. Just based on how things have been going. I keep crashing into Empress of Light's everything. But basically the gist of it is I want her to dash right here. Because the hope is to follow Prismatic Bolts pretty much entirely. And then I get her to dash right again. And then don't fly into that. That little section there, the dash attack there, is a huge problem because I can't be too high because I'll get hit by the dash, and I can't be too low because then I won't get out of the rainbows in time and I'll miss the next attack opportunity. I need to consider just like grappling up and to the right super early. But soon I will give this up and start working on phase 2. I think if I had like a perfectly lined up grapple there. Like what I need is for whatever that is to happen. Scary, but good. Not enough vertical to go for that, but that's okay. Ugh, dang it. But I feel like I'm doing a lot of damage. I'm not really sure what to think. Maybe... Can I stop recording without stopping the stream? Yes, I can. Okay, I'm gonna call that good enough. I think that was a clean enough... words. Clean enough... first phase alternate strat that I can analyze it after the stream. Oh, and I should do this the easy way. Which is just matching two hotkeys. Is there ever a scenario where Psycho Knife would do more damage? I don't think so. Because the main... I think I'm gonna go into God mode. Let's see. After Everlasting Rainbows is a realistic time to phase 2 her. So this would be the greatest opportunity because the Lance, if I follow her, only does a little bit of damage. So let me get the Psycho Knife out, actually. I don't have a reforged one. I want to figure out how much damage it does during the, If I hit every single hit during this, it still does less damage than the Lance if I just follow her movement. It's unreforged, to be fair. But that's kind of beside the point. I just don't think it has what it takes. That probably would kill me. So I go down here, and then the strat was to go up through this to get a couple of hits there. I was considering going for a hit. And then I need to do something funky with her movement there. It actually does pretty excellent damage. Fall a lot here. Hits there. I think I could get a hit there if I'm really crafty with it. And I still need to figure out her Lance movement there. But that's a perfectly fine amount of damage there. That's almost half of what I need for the entire cycle. And then so I could take a dash hit there, or I could take the two that is probably viable if I'm better positioned in the arena. It's there. So I need to figure out how to get into these Everlasting Rainbows if I want to hit this Sundance. And then you see how her movement, like, if she like swings down a little bit there? I want to take advantage of that. Like, that is excellent damage. I think I need to prioritize just surviving those prismatic bolts, though. If I go straight up at her, she'll react in time, but there's like some, like, thing I can do there. Okay, fall here. I think I need to go the other way on the lances. So get a couple lance hits there. Hello. Yeah, I'm currently labbing phase 2. So I need to go right here, I think, so I can go up into that more easily. But I am poorly positioned in the arena to test this, so I'm just gonna go. And I'm just working on the strat in God mode right now. Just so I can get a feel for it. I should maybe be using a regular jousting lance, just because... I went the wrong way. Okay. She doesn't even reposition herself for those rainbows, she just does it instantly. Okay, regular jousting lance. So I do less damage so I can lab for longer. Right here. Oh no, not now. I am not goated enough to get to phase 2 reliably yet. I can definitely intercept those prismatic bolts though. I think that might be a strat, to be honest. So we go left. Okay, that doesn't really work. I got to phase 2 legit last session, which was about a week ago. And I got to it on pretty good pace. I would have to do 3,800 damage per cycle in order to win the fight in time. Okay, I think I do want her to do that there, because then I can slip around it like that. Let's pretend that Lance didn't happen. So I can definitely catch that attack if I line it up. So what if I go, like... Oh, High Spirits ran out. I still don't know how to catch that consistently. So go down. This is obviously not going to work, strat-wise. So I believe the strat is that I need to wait until I hear the lance noises to start attacking. Or not start attacking, start grappling. So we go down here. We go up through here. I don't know what to do there. But we wait for the lances to start appearing. Then grapple. Down. That, nope. Nope. This is a very, 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 very stupid difficulty spike. Like, I so want to, like, get close to that, but I don't know if I can. Maybe it's just worth it to just fall there. Okay. Like, that would have been pretty much what I wanted to hit her. I just need to move to the side, just so that I can thwart the last of her movement. Down. If I grapple up during that like that, it's perfect. I need to, like, do whatever that was. That seems to evade everything properly. But then I didn't do that one. But I didn't line up for that. If I catch her really early for those prismatic bolts, I can do that. I'm just gonna fly the kite the whole time. Yeah, that works. Okay. And that also would have hit her. Because I got, like, within breathing distance, but not actually touching her. And I think I just don't fuck around with these at all. I go way over. I fall a lot. And then forget how I did it. I'm having a little bit of a hard time just remembering everything. But I think if I just pretend the lances are like phase 1 but without the dash, it'll work perfectly. Ideally I hit her a few times here, but it's not mandatory. Get plenty of hits here. I think I need to move to the left there is the deal that I was missing. I don't know, it's very overwhelming. Go over her head. Pretend I'm dodging these. Get an upward grapple. Okay, yeah, I was going up through that immediately. Like, just zero hesitation. So then, just like... Gosh, lining that up is going to be hard. Could definitely get some hits in during that. Rocket upwards. Except I can't fly up there, I have to go to the right, to a side. That is hittable. Oh, my featherfall ran out. Yeah, I need to be moving. I need to level off and move to the left for the lances. There we go. I figured out the deal there. I can also clip that. Maybe I do that. Maybe I go way up for those. Go up and to the right here, maybe. Fall straight perfectly down. Go up. And this is where I would grapple this way. If I had the space for it. So the main problem is falling enough. Maybe I just fall during this attack like crazy. I can hit her during prismatic bolts there. Ignore the fact that I just missed everything. So then I could go up. Okay, if I just spam up there, I can definitely hit all of that attack, which would be a fuck ton of damage because I'd be moving so fast. I need to come up with less vertical strats for some of this, like... Look, that gap works. Maybe I come up with a different way to line up with the lance or the Sundance vertically. Down, right, up, up. Maybe I just get out. And go around it or something. That didn't look like it was as nicely lined up though. What if I like stuck around her and went for more attacks? I need freeze time now. Oh, nope, that was too late. Yeah, so she despawns at 7:19 or later, which is kind of arbitrary. But that's how she works. Okay. That's obviously not good. 5 hits there is quite nice, though. Okay, so I don't like that. I don't like this cycle. It just doesn't look good to me. So what if I go, like, over her head, and then back... Not quite like that. I need to be farther to the left there. But if I'm, like... super high up for her Sundance, that would work. Yeah, the regular jousting lance I'm using just to tell whether or not I'd be within range, not to actually deal damage. Once I have a strat, Godly is probably best. The 3% damage won't matter as much as 5% crit, because the lance has such high base damage. Yeah, so that gap is the one I want to shoot for. Except I just need this all to happen lower. So maybe I do some horizontal strat there. Or maybe I just go, like, way far down. Because I think if I grappled into that properly, it would work. Okay, so go to the right. Up. Probably miss that and die. Okay, whatever. Yeah, so I really need the vertical advantage there. It's like a dogfight, I just need the altitude advantage. But I can definitely get a hit or two in there. What if I just, like, went and fell through both of those, if I can even fall fast enough for that? That would be contact damage, but also might be able to clip her there. Just fall non-stop. Deal damage here. Fall non-stop. Get some hits in here. Shoot this gap. Circle the bolts. Fly up to get the height advantage to get some hits in. Fall non-stop. The strat goes in the square hole. The gap. Pretend it worked. I need to do that later in order to not get sundanced. Fall like crazy. That probably wasn't lined up very well. Good lord. This phase 2 is absurd. Okay, so we fall, we go up. Probably get a few hits in there. Yeah, that was much more comfortable. I just needed to grapple up slightly better. Mind the lances. Up. Fall like you mean it. Need to grapple up sooner there. Yeah, I need to get her to do prismatic bolts in front of me and then go onto the right like that. I could technically make this fight easier using the bat hook, but it's like obnoxious to obtain because it's Halloween only. So you'd have to like max score pumpkin moons over and over again to farm for it. Okay, if that grapple hit, we would have some vertical there. Just fall like mean again. Technically that would maybe work, depending on hitboxes. Really do not want that. Just wait the like 7 months. I mean, you can technically max score Pumpkin Moons, or like get to a certain wave in Pumpkin Moons to trigger it over and over again, but it would just be a massive amount of effort for this, which I feel like it's not fair to say that's something you do in a playthrough. I could technically go outside like that and just do like 4 grapples to do it. Do like a giant figure 8. Yeah, I could definitely think of a way. Like, you could do like Electrosphere launcher and Sniper Rifle to just like farm crit chance on the Electrosphere. So outside the Sundance, or outside the Rainbow strat, very vulnerable to problems. I could probably catch that though. Though catch that might mean get hit by it and die. Oh my goodness, I need to drink water. I've been talking a lot. So how... The thing about this is that... So phase 1 is genuinely easier in Legendary mode than it is in Master because the boss doesn't pause. And then phase 2 is batshit insane in Legendary mode compared to Master. Because all of a sudden those pauses become necessary. I think I could probably go for that if I really wanted. Go up, fall like absolutely crazy. We get her to go to the wrong way. Okay, so if I do that, I need to trick the Empress of Light into going to Sundancing on the right side so I get an extra distance advantage. Okay, let's follow the actual lance and see how much damage we'd be doing. Okay, well that's not helpful. Fall. Pretend we're going that way. She does it in front of you based on the direction you're facing, which is kind of hilarious. Those would all be high-value hits if I had, like, aimed properly. Okay, so get some hits there. I fall like crazy. I grapple as up as I can. I get my hits. I do that wrong, so I lose a bunch of damage here because I'm not maneuverable enough to do that. Thankfully, this attack is basically a free arena reposition. I'm very low, actually. You get 5 high-value hits there. Yes, perfect. Probably another 5 there if I aim it properly. Fall down. Five or 6 there. Gotta do a perfect little squiggle there. I like that. Fall. Go down. Go right a little bit. Go left. Grapple like fucking crazy in order to catch her ever there. Ideally, we manipulate her to go left. Get a couple of hits there is perfect. If I re-aim that, that's a fucking lot of damage. Perfect little squiggle. I keep doing that wrong, which makes those prismatic bolts a lot more dangerous. Get some damage in there. Good damage. Fall straight down, move slightly right, move left. Go left. Go way, way, way up. Ideally do another grapple right before the attack so you can keep momentum. Go up. Okay. Go down. Go up so you can do damage there. Fall straight down, move slightly right, move left. Go up. Probably hit a better grapple there. Maybe I go for the hits on that Prismatic Bolts attack, because I might be able to. And I need the damage. I'm just gonna follow the left, go to the right a little bit, go left. Okay, I shouldn't follow the left because that baits the Prismatic Bolts into my future path. I can definitely hit that dash at the very least. I should experiment that. Like so. I want her to be on the right side if I'm going to hit that, because that gives me the maximum possible amount of time to get in. Because I can clip her top left corner. Fall straight down, slightly right, left. Okay, I would need to be positioned way in advance for that. So I fall a lot. Get some good hits there. Fall, scoot right, go left. I missed that, okay. I do pretty solid damage even if I'm like not moving much there, which is neat. Okay, well, this cycle's a flop. Okay, if I get like really good upward momentum there, I do about 2k. With high crit chance, I guess. Fucking come on. Oh my god, I just completely forgot how to play the game. Yeah, so I need to be very mindful not to move left during those prismatic bolts, and I need to get more up there. I think I just need to fall during those in order to even, like, remain within the arena. So go up, I go down. I go up, ideally be hitting her. I go down. Scoot to the right, scoot left. I get some damage. Sending her left is fine. Ideally I get hits in there, but it's not worth the risk if I have to risk to do it. Okay, I would need slightly less altitude than that because I would have bonked her. And bonk is death. Oh, well, no momentum. Fall, right, left. Getting the exact right amount of vertical is going to be hard. Get a couple of chip damage hits in there. No momentum again, so... Uh-oh. It's gonna be hard to position myself properly for this. Yeah, I literally can't get into position in time if she does that on the wrong side. Okay, so go up and over. I fall, right, up, up. If I fall less here, what do I gain? Altitude? But like, I need to get above her during her lance attacks in order to hit. I think it's wonderful that this fight is kind of a lance duel. I would have been hit by that, but would have been hit by that dash. I think I keep going left here, otherwise I'll cross over her and she might just run into me. Have at thee! I can probably hit her up until she launches the rainbows. I fell way too much here. I forgot that I'm supposed to, like, do that. Also, that was an absurd series of grapples. Normally I just can't do that. I also can't be straight above her during that, because that'll just get me hit. Okay, well this sucks, because I can't go up here. She's in front of me. Oh. Go left, go right. It's so easy to avoid her here when I shouldn't. I shouldn't be avoiding her that much. I need to be giving her, like, just enough breathing room so that I don't die. Okay, so that wasn't quite lined up well enough. Gosh, it's very hard to hit her during that attack without getting murked. That would have probably been a contact hit. Tap right, go left. I need fresh upward momentum for that. I need to loop around the other way, that'll get me hits. What did I just say about fresh momentum? Yeah, I need to go around that way. It's going to be quite hard to line that up, but I think it'll make up for it in damage. Right, left. I should probably put the text back on screen, huh? So I go up, and so this one I would be hitting. Also, I forgot the kite buff, so this is going to be significantly easier. I kind of forgot it runs out. I need to be slightly more to the right there. Okay, I need to figure out how to position the final bolts better. That would probably hit. So fall, go right, go up, up. I should point my lance at her on the off chance that I get any damage ever. Oh, and missing a grapple there is basically just losing all of that damage. Maybe I go to the right less during those. And just grapple more during other sections. That definitely kills her, or at least hits her. Yeah, so then I get hits there, and I go over here. Pretend I hit 3 grapples. I get about 1500 damage there. Fuck this up because I forgot. Maybe I can just flip that around. Hold on. So I go over while getting a few hits. Hey, you get a couple hits there. I just tap left, go right. If she ends up on the right, can I just like... Oh, the strat's just straight up mirrorable. Okay. That's nice. Phase 2 is flexible, just like Phase 1. Normally this is like the most rigid part of the fight. But of course I would now, with my much sharper brain, come up with a new strat. So if I just like fall left here and then go right... Okay, I would need to go farther, even more right. Okay, so if I go left here, this would work. And does being over here give me any benefit during this? I don't think it does. Because I'd still just get annihilated by the... by the things. Okay, good test though. So you go over, down, side, go up, hit her a couple times there, fall down, tap right until she does Sundance, then go left. Close in vertically. Like, I don't have the vertical closure to get to her ever, unless I start above her. Okay, I think I see the vision here. I wonder if the kite messing with my facing direction has any effect on this. Like, hold on, wait. What if I just do this? Okay, it's not facing direction, I think it is just momentum direction. So if I hit there... Those 4 hits do a lot of damage. They don't look like they would to me. Those 6 also do a lot. Tapping right, move left. Alright, and after this I'm gonna call it done. Okay, so... basically I'm trying to figure out how much damage 1 full cycle of hits would do. Assuming I get all 3 major... attack opportunities down. Okay, so that one does like 1400. Good. Okay. I'm going to be done for the day because I have been streaming for an hour, or 2 hours even. I've been labbing this for like 45 minutes or something. I think this strat works, but I need to review the footage to actually tell. My target DPS for Phase 2 is, or damage per cycle, is 4,500. So I will find out if that's good enough, and if it's not, then I will go back to the drawing board and try again tomorrow. So, see ya.